everyone. I welcome you back to another exposition on the fake starvation in Gaza. I hope you're doing well. Let's get down to this. Just the propaganda, the smear campaign, the blood libel, the lies, the idiotic nonsense about this war, which was started by terrorists, is still going on. The world is doubling down as more and more lies are being manufactured just to present Israel as bad. I'm going to share a few photographs with you. Then we'll carry on from there. Okay, so this is, I might butcher the name, but pardon me. Aviator David. This is one of the Israeli hostages still being held in Gaza. As at when this photograph was snapped, this was day 670. That's him before he was captured, before he was stolen, kidnapped from Israel on 7th October 2023. This is that young man today. I think there are a few other photographs of him. Let's go. Okay, no, we'll go this way. Oh, so let's see. These were three of the hostages who were released a few months ago. These were three of the hostages that were released. You can see how sunken their cheeks are, long their necks, bony necks. This is Eviator in the dungeon, one of the dark places where he's been held. There's the sensational news that hit the world last week or so, where he's been made to dig his own grave by the demonic terrorist Hamas. Look at this, all bones. That's him. I think there's one more. There he is with his brother. Okay, so let's go on this way now. This is an Israeli hostage in Gaza, actually starving. So let's see the photos that terrorist Hamas from their Ministry of Health, has presented to the world as they're starving people. There we go. That's a photograph. Well, it's claimed that this guy in the middle, all bones, is being starved due to the war. But take a look at the people around him. Look at the two women who are his wife, because I don't think they'll be sitting around him if they were not his wives. Do you see how obese they are? Even the child there, that's not a skinny child, but he's the only one. This very, very racist, discriminatory starvation in Gaza that picked on this man and left out these other creatures around him. Look at this guy. Look at how obese this guy is. Look at the size of his neck. Look at his shoulders. But he's holding that child. Another propaganda. There's one more image. Oh, there we go. This is a prize image that was splashed around all the Lion Legacy media papers around the world. Allegedly that this child is suffering from starvation in Gaza. But that's a child that has a disease, a health condition. Dearly beloved, my dear people of the world, my friends, if the people in Gaza, if they have starving people, real starving people, do you think it would be hard? Would they not show it? When the massacre took place, all the atrocities that terrorists committed in Israel on 7th October 2023, they filmed it. They were live. Remember the guy who was shouting, telling his parents that he had taken the lives of 10 Jews? They filmed the atrocities as they went on. Everyone in Gaza has a smartphone. Everyone who's their propaganda parrot has a smartphone. Where are these starving people? When we see refugees in various parts of the world, we see them in their refugee camps. We see the tents. We see everything. We see how emaciated, skinny. It's all bones. You normally would see children, women, children with distended stomach. You'd see the women. I couldn't find that photo. Eviata David, one of the photos I saw in a video actually, the hand which stretched out and gave him a can of whatever beans or so was like 15 times the size of Eviata's hand, a chubby hand. Yet these people claim genocide, starvation, famine in Gaza. Well, I have said this before. If Israel is actually trying to commit genocide, Israel is the worst at committing that in the history of mankind. But I do know that Israel is not committing genocide. They do not intend to, because it would have been over by now. I just wanted to update you guys with this. For those who may not be paying attention, there is no starvation, no famine, no hunger in Gaza. But if you look closely around the world, go type real starving people in the world, you would find them in Nigeria. You would find them in Congo, in Rwanda, in Syria, in Yemen. You would find them in other places, in Sudan, other parts of the world where hunger is actually dealing with entire communities, ravaging places. But we have tons and tons and hundreds of trucks load of food in Gaza, left to rot. The UN cooperating with the terrorist Hamas just because they want to paint Israel bad. And we have gullible folks everywhere in the world, especially in the West, who are swallowing the lies, who are buying every nonsense. But we know now that the media is the virus that's infecting everybody. Thank God they have no place anywhere near my home, near my life. Educate yourself, my people. Israel is the worst at committing genocide, if that's the intention. But I tell you this, there is no genocide anywhere in Gaza. There is no starvation. There's enough food. How does Hamas become so wealthy? Apparently, they've made hundreds of millions of dollars from just reselling the food, free food that was meant for the people. Remember when they did the stupid parades, the show of releasing the hostages several months ago? Did you see anybody who remotely looked like he or she was starving in that crowd? People who are hungry will not even have the stamina, the strength to stand to do that because they will be so hungry they won't do anything. They'll be struck down in their tents wherever they have to lay their head because they have no strength to even uphold themselves, to stand upright. Educate yourself. The lies, the hatred of Jews, the wickedness towards Israel is running deep. As you join them, as you spread the lies, you are just as evil as the terrorists just are. And judgment is coming. And God will continue to protect Israel and give Israel victory over all enemies, known and unknown.